So I'm planning to go up Mount Washington, collect UAV data tomorrow. I'm just going to show you how I kind of prepare for that night before. First I start with mountain forecast. And we're seeing Tuesday, full sun, clear, 10-mile-an-hour winds with a high temperature of 25 degrees. And mountain forecast is notoriously not too accurate, so I also like to check NWS, the National Weather Service, and this has a little bit better reliability. Here's the hourly forecast. I'm just going to update it. Hourly forecast, so starting the lighter blocks are the sunlight hours, so you can see from around 10 a.m. it's going to be 25-mile-an-hour winds, and decrease down to 18 and 17 for the bulk of when I'll be flying, so that's right in threshold. This is the summit, so I virtually shouldn't really see much wind at all where I will be. This blue line here, this is sky cover percentage, so anything below around 50-60% is really clear. So 17 to 30%, that should be ideal for getting clear images. The next weather source I use is SpotWX, and you can see here it's got a bunch of different weather models. Dark green and orange are the two that are the finest resolution. The other ones are kind of a lot more broad, so I really only look at these two, and unfortunately they only run the dark green is the GEM, so that's a Canadian model. That's a 2-day forecast, and then the orange is the HRRR, which is only an 18-hour forecast. So really these are only accurate day before, night before. So first starting with the GEM, let's see what it says. So this gray line down here is cloud cover. So on Tuesday we're pretty much might see some clouds come through around 3. That was a little bit different than the other ones, so not sure about that, but still. And then the winds actually, yeah, so still less than 20 miles an hour the whole day, which is great. And then just to check the HRR and see what that says. It's an 18-hour forecast, so this should just be for right into the time period. I think the last model run was 7 p.m. So, yep, Tuesday. No precipitation, and then clouds looks like, yeah, so it should be no clouds and wind around the same thing. This is saying a little bit higher. This is saying mid-20s, but still that'll be with a differential from the summit to where I fly in Tuckerman Ravine. That won't be a problem. So 26 miles an hour on the summit of Mount Washington equates to around 15 to 10 or so, or a little less. So there's kind of a differential as you go down in elevation. We're a little bit shadowed by some of the rock features there. So that's what I'm checking before I go up. And the last thing that's debatably the most reliable is the Higher Summits forecast. The Higher Summits forecast, they usually do a 2-day forecast. So they have Monday night, Tuesday, and then Wednesday. So for Tuesday, we're looking at mostly in the clear on mostly sunny skies. That's good news. Winds are going to be shifting from 30-45, decreasing. This is a good sign to 15 to 30. So even if it stayed in the 30 to 45, that would kind of be on the upper range. I don't really like those gusts, but I think we'll be seeing, since that's early, by the time I'll be up there to fly, 15 to 30 is well within the reasonable range to fly. So I'm not really worried about the temperatures. It should be fine. Batteries shouldn't be too bad. And yeah, it's looking pretty promising. So I'm going to show you the gear I've got going on. Alright, so here's an overview of the gear I'll be bringing. This is the DJI Phantom 4 RTK edition. So it's right now situated in a custom modified regular Phantom 4 case, styrofoam. It's a little bit smaller than the stock one that comes with the RTK, so it's a little bit more streamlined. This is the proprietary DJI screen remote. It's got all the flight plans already installed. I made those earlier in the season, and it's got an SD card that has the base maps for terrain following. So with this, we have, these are the small intelligent battery. I don't know, they all call them intelligent, but this is the battery that goes for the remote, and also the RTK antenna. This is the antenna that is the base station, so this will be set up in fixed locations for each site, and these batteries fix that. So I'd like to bring 4 batteries total, so 2 batteries are used at a time, and then just have 2 spares so I can switch them out for the next site. So in terms of batteries total, I have 10, but usually when the winds are low, it doesn't quite need 10, so I've averaged around 7. So I think I'll bring 8 or 9 tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to bring the entire 10, but in this case we have 1 in the drone, and then we have 2 in reserve here, and then the rest I will be just carrying loose in my pack. And my pack, I will be bringing my BCA Stash 30. It's my ski touring backpack. It's pretty burly. It's meant for carrying skis, so it's got plenty of mounts for attaching the survey tripods and the styrofoam case to the outside, so that'll work pretty well. All right, here at Pinkham Notch, just above the ranger station where they store the snowcat and the snowmobiles. So I've got boots on, skins on, ready to go. We'll see how far we can get on the trail skinning. I'm gonna be hopeful. Got the RTK antenna here, the survey poles and tripod, and then on the back we got the RTK drone. And in the backpack we got a bunch of batteries. Showed last night what I've got going on, and yeah, let's see how it goes. All right, now off we go. I'll check back in when we've made some progress. Not too much snow here. Gotta step lightly with the skins. Oh. Hopefully after the switchbacks it should be pretty much all snow, but getting to the end of this trail being skinnable. I don't think the rain coming Thursday and Friday is really going to help this. It might be the last day you can skin up. All right. Half mile in so far. Feeling good. I slammed a Red Bull before I started skinning, so I'm kind of blasting off from that right now. So hopefully that'll keep me going the whole uphill, because sometimes it gets a little long, but it's all right. A little water crossing here. Yikes. Just take it real slow, try to step on the rocks. Wet skins, part of the game. Alright. Alright. Just crossing over the top of the Tux trail right by Hojo's. Hour and 15 from the car. Let's see how she's looking. Geez, slipping a bunch. Some more scrambling here. All right, sweet. Oh, that crown from this weekend's nearly filled in from Friday. Cool. Let's see about boot spur. All right, looking good. All right, made it up to Boot Spur Gullies area. We 2 miles. It's a little bit before 11. It's a little bit cloudier, a little bit windier than I was expecting, so I'm still gonna fly here, but I brought 8 batteries total. Unfortunately, should have brought the full 10. I think typically, no wind, Tux will take 4 batteries, so I'm anticipating at least 1 or 2 more. So that's more of the priority site. So I think winds are supposed to decrease a bit, so that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here now, this is a little bit more protected. So I'm going to try to fly here with only 3 batteries to see how much I can get in, and then with the remaining 5 go up to Tux, and hopefully it'll give us some more time for the winds to die down. I'm supposed to get low 20s on the summit, which hopefully should be right, really low for flying where I will be, but right now it's feeling like 10 or so, gusts to 15, 20 here, which is fine. It's not in the threshold to not fly, but it'll just take more battery to fight the wind. So hopefully we can get the whole flight plan in. We'll see. First thing I do is just take it all off my pack. I'm gonna set up the base station on that green dot over there. It's my my monument. So I'm gonna get that together and I'll show you how I set it up. And here's the setup for the base station. It's on the rock, powered on, it's level. There's a bubble level on it, so I adjust the legs, make sure it's level, and then touch it, make sure it's on. Yeah, the winds are definitely, it's just a gust right now, but I think I'm gonna wait it out. I think I'm gonna wait a half hour or so, or maybe more. Just try to maximize the amount of batteries I have and get most amount of flying I can in. So it's fighting the least amount of wind, and got plenty of daylight, and there's hope, so it can decrease the winds. So I'm just gonna hang out, and yeah. Alright, so I just hiked up, less than a quarter of the way up Hillman's, right at the edge of the dog leg, pretty much. Looking up the slope now. I'm just trying to get a gauge of what the surface conditions are, just to kind of see what results I might get. Kind of looking at this, I got, definitely would not make it up without crampons. It's super firm. I definitely do not think this is, I'm not seeing any of the fresh 2 inches that fell Sunday night, I mean. So, and even over here on the climber's right, you'd think would be a little bit better. It is, but kind of see there's a little bit of a sun crust. With the wind conditions, I'm thinking I might put all of my effort, all the batteries into Tux, because I think that there'll be the best chance of actually getting results there. So I think I'm going to call it for trying to fly this site. I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, it's just too windy, and it'll be a little bit more exciting to walk over and warm up a little bit. So yeah, I think I'm gonna head down and pack up and head over to Tux, see if there's anything softer there. We'll see. Alright, made up some connection with Cash. Unfortunately, there's a lot more wind than I thought. Okay, might not feel like it, but winds have died down a little bit since I've gotten here. So this is the base station. This green marker is the point that I surveyed in October. So I know that point, and it's set at the base station. Got it level, and I think I'm gonna get the drone in the sky. And so the winds are pretty low. Variable. It'll probably be a little bit higher up, but I think that it'll be reasonable, and I've got 8 batteries. My priority is to get the full flight plan in here. I'm not going to worry about BSG as much, so 8 batteries should do it. Alright, set up the drone. First thing I like to do is just put in the props when it's still in here. Then pull off the gimbal mounts. And give the lens a little wipe. Alright, got it set up there. Now to connect it and get things set up on this screen. So first thing I do in this menu is I go to, these are from the previous flight, so I just get rid of the executing process. And go to plan, this one here. So there's the flight plan. Here's the flight plan, it goes back and forth. And that triangle is where it thinks the drone is. So now I'm going to connect to the RTK. So go to RTK and then click from here to DRTK2 and then confirm. Alright, so now it's connecting to the base station. Connection success. Then we go down to advanced settings, and this is where we do the GNSS coordinate input, and we hit tux and hit settings, which I guess sends it, and it says sent successfully, so that's good. And then I like to give just the restart of everything just to make sure. Go. Starting back up. And now this should all hopefully turn green up there. Alright, we got green light, ready to go, RTK. I don't think the wind's going to change too much anytime soon, so let's get it up in the sky. Alright, so for that we hit invoke, start, and it's uploading the flight plan now. Make sure no one's around. We're good. Now we get the slide to execute. Make sure the drone is good. It is. Alright, here we go. Slide to execute. Up and away. You can see it's already drifting pretty far. It's expected. It's got to get to altitude. It's got to get to altitude and then head over, but it's really drifting quite a bit. So I think we're going to be using all 8 batteries, but that's all right. That's why we've got them. All right. So first segment is complete. There's the white lines are what it's done. It's got low battery, so that's why it's beeping, and it's coming down. It's still 100 and so meters off the ground. A little tough to see, but it's up there, and thankfully the wind is pretty much completely died down, so it's just crazy how fast things change here, and gonna take advantage of low wind. We got 19%, but shouldn't be a problem to land it. Thankfully the wind was low for landing, so that's good. Picked up a little bit again, but just hot swapped the batteries, so you see we got full battery level on there. And then now we go back to executing, and we check out, we got 33% of the flight plan done on that battery, so that's not too bad. And we'll take off for round 2. And here we go, take off. Here's a real time what it's seeing. It's giving me a wind speed notice. It's pretty windy up there. So down here is the real-time plot of the elevation. We've got the percentage of completion of the plan, 47%. The number below that is how many pictures it's taken. And then you hit this button, and then this is the actual flight plan. So the yellow lines are what it needs to do, and then the white is the track on this current battery. So it's holding the track pretty well, but it's definitely getting pushed around a little bit, but that's okay. This is resilient. Yeah. So I finished the flights, and I decided if I'm here, it's prime spring conditions. Still a bunch of other people in the bowl. Why not go up for a lap? So I'm gonna go check out Lip. I think it looks pretty good. Let's do it. Alright, made it to the top of Sluice, sort of. Technically a top. I'll take it. And time for a fun run before the sun is gone. Let's do it. Here we go. Shit. That was a fun little bonus lap for you. I say it's a little better than last time I freaking skied Sluice.